All right, our next set of notes is going to be just some basic information about Andrew Jackson as a whole, just a little bit of information about who he was, what he stood for, and the party that he helped represent. Now, one of the things about Andrew Jackson is he was known as Old Hickory. And Old Hickory, hickory is a very tough wood. It's something that can easily be used. And so what we're going to do is we're going to actually draw a big walking cane. Okay, and in this walking cane, I'm gonna just turn my paper, and you can turn yours as well. And we're gonna give you some information about Andrew Jackson. So how he became Old Hickory. All right, so how? Sorry, it got blurry there for a second. So how did Andrew Jackson become Old Hickory? The first thing that we're going to have is that he was a patriot. He is our last person to be president from Revolution. So he actually fought in the American Revolution. Now he was very young when it happened, so it was near the end of the American Revolution, but he actually was there. He was a self-made man. He did not go to college. He did not go to much school and was fairly illiterate when it came down to it, but he was a very powerful lawyer, could use words very well, and became a congressman as well. Now, he also became a war hero from the Battle of New Orleans. And so these things by themselves would make Jackson a very likable character during this time in American history. However, they weren't the only things that set him apart. He also liked to fight, and he was involved in lots of barroom brawls, would fight anybody whenever he didn't care. He was involved in multiple duels. That's where you take 10 paces, turn, and shoot. He was very big when it came to that. He was tough. The story goes he actually got shot in one of his duels, and he survived a gunshot. The guy that shot him did not do so well. So he was tough as Hickory, and helped him get the name Old Hickory. And finally, he was born and grew up in a log cabin in Tennessee. Okay, so he was kind of a redneck, backwoods person. So it showed that if you worked hard enough, you could possibly, potentially grow up to be president as well. Now, some other information that we need to know is that he started the Democratic Party. And we're talking about the modern Democratic Party that we see today. He was one of the founders from it. That it came from the Democratic Republicans. So he started the Democratic Party. They wanted a limited national government, and a strict interpretation of the Constitution. Which is very interesting with some of the actions that Jackson really got in trouble, a lot of problems with during his presidency. Sorry, I misspelled it. he wanted to kill the National Bank, and we'll talk about more of that next week. And no tariffs. And he wanted an agricultural-based economy. So this information right here is all the information we need to know about Jackson, why he was a national hero, why people liked him, and why it was such a big controversy when he lost the election of 1824. So finish that up and be ready for the other instructions.